Jan, thanks for taking a minute to talk to me. We're still here in Hagen, Montana. I saw you pull into the fuel stop, so I appreciate you taking a minute to talk to me. This crane looks like it hasn't seen many job sites just yet. Tell me everything that you'd want to share if someone would stop you and have questions about it.
We picked it up in Tacoma. I work for a company called NES, Northern Energy Services. We move drilling rigs in North Dakota. So we're driving it from Tacoma to Williston, North Dakota. This particular one's a 225-ton, US ton crane.
Okay.
And it's a GMK made by Manitowoc. It goes about 55 miles an hour and it weighs roughly 150,000 pounds.
So is it your practice to just fly places and pick cranes up and drive them places?
I actually operate cranes. Driving them state to state, not very often.
No? How long have you been operating cranes for?
Almost 10 years.
And where have you operated cranes the most?
Alaska.
So once you get this to Williston, North Dakota, are you going to operate this there?
Yes.
Okay. So you get to pick up a new machine and operate it. That's a pretty good deal.
Yep. And it's not very often. I mean, a lot of companies don't get to see these new ones because they're this one's upwards of $2 million. So.
Wow. That didn't come out of your pocket, did it?
Nope.
No? All right, good deal. So you're flying around, picking up $2 million cranes, driving them around and operating them. That's not a bad job. What are some of the functions that you'll be doing once you get up to Williston with this?
Well, we take the drilling rigs apart, so they'll be put together. We'll take them apart. Then our company will truck them to the new location. Then we assemble them.
Tell me about some of the simple functions like steering it, driving it, when it applies to the road, and even some of the weights and bridge laws and things like that.
Well, it's actually easy to drive. It's just there's no shifting. You just let the brakes go and push D for drive and steer it down the road. Other than the fact that it's big, and there's actually 3 or 4 truckloads, semi-loads that are following me with the counterweights, which you can see the gap there where they would go, and so there's 120,000 pounds worth of counterweights, and then there's like I'm missing the block and ball and all that stuff too. But
okay.
When this thing's rigged up, it's roughly 270,000.
Okay.
That's a dolly for bridge laws in the United States. So it splits the weight. So the weight of the boom is pretty heavy. So rather than having all the weight on the 5 axis, they have that to support some of the weight to spread it out. This crane is actually the last Tier 3 Cummins motor made for Manitowoc that doesn't have the emissions on it.
Okay.
That you'd see on the normal trucks. A lot of the new trucks have to run DEF fluid and do all those new regulations where this is exempt.
So you're saying you can roll some coal with this?
Yes.
Nice. How'd you get into operating cranes?
I started out as a rigger in Alaska. And when I say rigger, that's the guy that hooks everything up to the hook and does everything for the crane operator.
How long did it take you to move from rigging to operating?
4 years.
What would you want to tell some guys who are thinking about operating cranes? What kind of pointers could you give them in order to get them into the seat?
I'd say one of the biggest things is being particular in what you do. Being thorough and particular and always checking and rechecking everything you do. Because with this, it's people's lives that are at stake.
Yeah.
It's big risk.
Yep.
Because everything that you do is over the top of somebody else, over the top of somebody's head. And so being thorough and verifying that everything's correct is making sure everything's safe.
Our last question, so when do you think you're going to get to Williston?
I'm hoping by Friday afternoon.
Yeah, and today's Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
All right, well getting to Williston by Friday, hopefully that goes well for you, and you get the crane up there and get it all set up and get to work with it. Thanks a lot for taking a minute to talk to me about the crane and what you do. I really appreciate it, and folks certainly will be happy to get a close look at this machine. All right, Jan, thanks a lot.
Yeah.